Good afternoon, YouTubers. Well, Benji's still here, I'm glad to say. He's decided to stay for a few days because I've not been feeling great and he just wanted to stay. Very good of him. He's chatting with his mum on the front deck there about the boat and stuff. And that's all good news. And I've even had a kebab this morning, which was really good. He goes off on his motorbike to this fancy kebab house and gets an enormous kebab, which I haven't had for months because Fiona doesn't approve of kebabs, but she likes to let me have one now and then. So it's so big, I got an extra big one and I ate a third of it, so I'll have another third later and another third probably tomorrow, and that's all good stuff, all good stuff. I do enjoy kebabs. Well, the sun's come out and I don't think it's going to rain. He says I can see blue skies. And there has been quite a lot of flooding in Malaga. And I think the airport was closed at one point, but its flights have resumed now. It's a really big airport, Malaga. Things flying in and out, but there's no way Gibraltar's going to close. It can't flood. It's literally built in the sea, the runway there, and it is about 6 foot above the highest tide. So there's, no matter how much rain falls, it's never going to flood. Unless it's a biblical flood, of course. One of the best Snidey watches I ever had was an Amiga. No. Really good. It was an Amiga and it was automatic, and I got it off Grego. Do you remember Grego? Mm. He gave it to me and he said, "It's fucking, you can have it." He goes, "It's fucking brilliant, brilliant watch, looks good, looks the part." I mean, you're sitting there, you know, when you're going out at night, everyone's like, "Whoa, Amiga." He says, "But it won't, it'll stop before you get to 10 o'clock. Guaranteed it will not run."
So it had just no power reserve
it's
to it?
It's just nothing.
But are you sure it was a genuine Amiga, or do you think it was...
No, it was obviously a fake.
But
he bought it in Greece for $5.
Oh yeah, definitely fake then. But I mean, also you get Omega Swatch.
You can get some really good fake watches. I had a fake Breitling for years and years, and I put new batteries in it and everything, and it kept going. It was really, really good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can get like one-to-ones of Audemars Piguets or Rolex or Omega. If
someone came up to me with a Rolex Submariner fake and said, "Yeah, give me 40 quid for it," if it was a decent fake, I'd have it, definitely. And if it conked out, I'd just put another movement in it.
But you just got to remember that it is illegal to have counterfeit items. So, I mean, you probably won't get arrested for it.
But the watch police comes down checking everyone's wristwatches, you know, in the restaurant.
Well, I'll tell you what, I certainly couldn't walk around with a fake Rolex in Switzerland.
No?
No, they know.
How do they know?
Let's say you're in,
the Rolex nerds, they'll just know, right?
You're in Zurich International Airport, for example.
Yeah.
Okay? You go through security, you take your watch off as it goes on. They look at that. They actually look at it as it goes through security, and if they suspect anything about it, they go, "You're going to wait here, we're going to send it to our expert in the other room." And they'll look at it and go,
"So
it's fake, arrest him."
You get arrested for having a fake Rolex?
Well, when it's a Swiss brand and you're in Switzerland, they take it really seriously.
I've been ripped off. I spent 40 grand on that watch.
Well, yeah. It's not just that. The thing is, don't see watches as things that you spend a lot of money on. See them as exchanging a currency. Think of a Rolex as a currency. Because there's a waiting list, you know. You can't just go into a Rolex shop and go, "I want that one." You need to look the part. You need to be accepted. You need to be on a waiting list.
I've never been into a Rolex shop to browse Rolexes.
If you buy a second-hand Rolex, you'll pay more than new.
Really?
Because there's waiting lists, there's paperwork.
People used to do that with Rolls Royce. There's only so many Rolls Royce vehicles, and people put a deposit down. And they sell the car before it's made, before it's actually finished.
They still do. To this day.
Yeah.
But...
Shocking. Shocking.
See a Rolex as a currency.
Yeah.
You know, you've got a lot of liquid cash, for example, and you're like, I would like to make sure that not all of my eggs are in one basket if I get robbed. You know, so you maybe get a watch. So you've lost a big chunk of your money, but you've got it in another form. And you can go round tomorrow and you can sell that watch for the same price, if not slightly more, depending on if it's a special edition or
I suppose
a discontinued model that somebody wants.
I suppose, I mean, really old Rolex. I mean, Rolex seems to be the top one, doesn't it? The top watch. I mean, I know there are more expensive watches out there, but you know, with diamonds and things, you could be spending £1 million.
Patek and AP are better than Rolex.
I think the Rolex Submariner has to be the most famous. I mean, there's a lot of famous watches out there. But
yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of dive watches.
I've got
dive watches.
Addis Dive, 50 quidder, and it's an identical copy to the Rolex Submariner, identical, except it's not waterproof.
The dive watch does kind of.
It doesn't say Rolex on it. It says Addis Dive.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not about the watch and telling time, is it? You know,
what's your dream watch?
Dream watch. I don't have a dream watch. There
must be a dream watch out there. You know.
I'll have to think about that because there's lots of watches that I like, as you know.
If money was no object, you know, would you go for a Patek Philippe Nautilus?
No, I'd go for something.
Or perhaps
like this one, but with a GMT hand. I have tried building my own, but that was quite unsuccessful.
Are you a fan of square watches?
No, I like ones that look like aeroplane dials, old school, because I'm an old school pilot.
IWC.
IWC make good watches.
Any dream watch from them?
I'd have to have a look. And come up with.
You need to look at the high-end stuff, so you know you have something to work towards. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I know the quality. Obviously, the build quality is a lot better than the cheapies. But I mean, I honestly, I've never.
Listen, it's
even
not
if I had the
just
money, I wouldn't spend 10 grand on a watch. I wouldn't.
If you had enough money, you would. Let's say you
maybe I had a stupid amount of money and I didn't care about money anymore.
Yeah. What if you had £1 billion?
Oh well.
You'd buy a house, you'd buy a helicopter, you'd buy a supercar, and then you go, oh, I've still got 800 million.
Maybe I will buy a Rolex after all, but I'm not a billionaire, so that's never going to happen, is it?
Well, you know, if it does, you could win the lottery and it could be $1 trillion.
You see why rich people have very expensive watches. But even very expensive watches break after a few years if you're not careful.
No, you service them. Like this, I'll get serviced in about 5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I bet you'll forget.
No. Because I want to keep this running. Forever. This will be passed down generation to generation.
So which watch are you going to give to your mother?
She can have any of them.
For her watch collection?
I think the best one for you would be this.
She's only got one watch, and that's the one Betty gave her.
Yeah, I'm not wearing any watches at the moment.
The reason that I think that would be best
is because you can't see the numbers on the face.
Benji should have been a watch dealer.
Because this one is a fake chronograph, so you don't want a fake
This one does 30 nanobeats a second.
This.
Otherwise, you're going to lose 2 seconds a day. By the end of the month, you'll be a minute out.
Oh, great. Well, I'll try it on in a bit. I'm going to take some more rubbish.
It's up to you.
It's all right, guys. I've sorted the cat out. She's all right.
Sounds good.
All right, aren't you, cat?
I need another beer.
Moving on to more of my watch collection. This was free. This was free. This was a tenner. And this was €3.50 that came with that other bracelet. And a thing that you need to know is any of these chronographs that are off of here
don't work, they're just printed.
They're just printed dials.
Yeah, they do them in chinos, but they want about €10 for them.
Yeah, same goes for this one. This one actually looks nice, but it's absolute jingle bells.
With a real cheap, nasty strap, yeah?
I think this one's cheaper and nastier. Like, you know, it's bad when you can look at it in the light and you can actually...
Did you not think my Braden was a cheaper... Biden was a cheaper and nastier one?
Biden?
The plastic one I showed you.
Oh yeah, that was even cheaper and nastier, but at least it had some sort of style to it. With them, it's like...
Plastic case, plastic bezel.
Yeah, I mean...
Really cheap Chinese movement.
You just go on the app and it's like, oh, pick out 5 things and you only have to pay for one of them, so... That group of watches there were all from that, and I only had to pay $3.50, and then the one that was $3.50 came with the bracelet. So all the other ones were free. And I also got a toolkit, which is in the car. And on the picture, right, it looked like it was a ratchet set with a bunch of sockets. So I was like, you know, about this big. Came about that big.
It didn't look bad though. It didn't look like a
You
bad
saw
set.
it, didn't you? No, that's a screwdriver set. That's a different.
Oh right. No, I haven't seen the other one.
Yeah, I ordered a socket set, and then I also ordered a second socket set because I didn't realise I'd already gotten one. But they both came and they were both about that big. So I don't know how big the socket is inside it. I'm still yet hoping it's in the car.
Yeah.
Probably not that good. And they were €1 each.
Yeah. Well,
So-
some Chinese stuff's all right. I've got a load of Chinese sockets
that's
and
why
spanners,
I'm
and
buying
they've
this
been all
stuff.
right.
I need to know what's good and what's bad.
And I'm of the opinion, if you break it, I'll just go and buy another one.
Yeah.
Because they're only like the spanners. The spanners are like €2-3 each.
I got an anchor bracelet
Ah.
just to fit the theme,
Yeah.
and I also got a compass necklace, which
Show
is
me.
in my room. I don't have it on right now
Okay,
because
I
it
believe you.
doesn't
I
go with
believe
my outfit. Yeah, but it's a really nasty compass.
So if you ever get
got-
shipwrecked, you can know which way to swim.
It doesn't give it to you to the degree, but yeah, it give you a good idea. You hold it level.
You head
and
in the
there's-
right direction.
There's loads of bubbles in it, so the thing doesn't move. So you got to shake it, and then it will move. Shake it again, move.
Is it like a snow globe inside?
No, just bubbles. So, and then it will point in north. I've compared it with my phone, and I mean I know which way north is around here.
Yeah. But it's at sea. When you're at sea, it's difficult to tell which way is
Well, I'm
north.
not going to sea, but
Unless there's,
if I was lost in the woods, maybe.
yeah.
That's the sort of thing.
But in the ocean, you don't know. There's no features. You see, there's only the sun. Unless you know what time it is. And if you've got a Chinese watch, it won't be waterproof, and then it'll fail. So you definitely
actually
won't know
am
what
yet
time
to
it
test
is.
the waterproofness of all of them.
I wouldn't bother if I were you.
Out of all of the watches, still wearing the Tissot. 'Cause
Ah. You like that? It's not a bad watch. That I like the size of it. It's bigger than most.
it's a 43mm.
Yeah.
People say it's a slightly big watch for my wrist because of the 49mm.
No, I like the bigger ones. But
No, but
I'm
it's not
getting
the-
old, so my eyes aren't
It's
as
not the
good.
dial
sort of
size, it's the lug to lug. So you look at it like this and you see gaps because it's supposed to be sitting
Oh,
flat.
okay.
But I don't care. I like it. I think it looks good on my wrist, especially when I had that Jaguar watch. That was 45mm.
Yeah. I like the slightly larger size.
Yeah.
I never used to, but I do now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get any more Sheen watches. I'm going to definitely stick to quality Swiss name brand ones.
Yeah, well,
But it was.
I mean, they look good in the photographs, don't they?
Yeah. Well, that's why I get them. I mean, all in all the watches I bought, I've equated to maybe 50 quid.
Yeah.
So
So what happened to your watch wardrobe?
I ordered it on Shein, and the box. It sounded like glass was moving inside the box, and when I opened it, that's how it is.
So it arrived a bit broke.
But I got another one as well, because I kind of understood that Chinese products, that can happen. It's not the end of the world, so I have a second one.
What's it like under that though?
I haven't seen under there.
Ooh, it's like a watch box, isn't it?
Well, it is a watch box, that's exactly what it is.
You could like a watch wardrobe. You could keep them all in there,
Yeah, but if you follow me into my little dungeon...
so you can replace that.
Probably could. Here I have my top picks of Chinese watches.
From a euro each.
Yeah. I mean, not a euro.
The light's
each.
not good. Have you got a better light?
So these two are Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. This is the skeleton. This is the chronograph. But this one's by Four Sinning Original Automatic. This one was €34. This is by a brand called Puxi. That's quite Chinese.
Puxi.
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 It's meant to be AP.
Poo.
P-U-Xi.
Poo. She.
Yeah.
Okay.
The chronograph feature, the dials are printed on. Doesn't actually work.
And those buttons don't move.
Yeah,
Okay.
only that pulls out, and even that is difficult to work with the little date window.
That looks quite expensive though, that one.
It does look expensive, but you look closer, this bezel is slightly wonky.
Alright.
The bracelet is kind of crap quality. you look closely inside, the screws for the balance wheel aren't straight. There's dirt on the inside from where they haven't...
How's the timekeeping so far?
So far, comparing it to my Tissot Seastar, it's still holding up. It's... yeah, spot on. Then I've got my Cartier tank.
I see.
Which is by a company called Pablo Reyes.
That's a lady's watch, is it?
Yeah. I mean, it can be worn by a man, but normally men get a Cartier Santos.
Oh, right.
I plan on just giving that to Marta.
Okay.
If she likes it. But if not, it's still a nice piece to have. Yeah. Pablo Reyes, I found, is actually a really good brand on Shein. I'm not even kidding. Like, these two are Pablo Reyes, and I got another one that was Pablo Reyes, but I don't know where I put it. Because there's three there. 3 of them boxes.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the other Pablo Reyes was.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, yes. It's the one upstairs. That's the other one.
Oh, yeah, the one we got to take links out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like an imitation Rolex.
It's a Rolex Datejust.
Oh, nice.
So you got the Cartier tank, Rolex Datejust, 36mm. And then there's this one. This was the first one that caught my attention because it's kind of like a compass dial. It's not an actual compass, but it's kind of like a sundial thing. And on the pictures, it looked really nice. It's domed. I don't think it's sapphire because this was... each of the Pablo Mias ones were like a tenner.
Right.
That was 34. That was 20.
AliExpress.
Shein.
Shein.
Same shirt. The box is from Shein as well. And...
the boxes are alright if the glass isn't broken.
Well, yeah, you've got no sort of way of quality control on that department because it's whoever delivers it.
Yeah.
I will actually show you as well.
Spanish delivery drivers, they drop kick things into the van.
Marta is on her way.
Oh, is she?
To La Linea.
She's coming tonight?
Yeah. And I've got some things for her that I also got from Shein. So here's a picture of me and her with a little message on the back.
I love you. I remember doing things like that when I was young.
Well, it was only cheap, and it's the thought that counts.
Yes. You got her a bracelet.
Got the bracelet, which we have deduced is not silver or stainless steel.
It's a bit magnetic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a bit of a giveaway.
But I don't think... Do you reckon it would turn her wrist green?
Probably after a few days. I don't know. Just give it to her anyway.
Yeah. So
if
what?
It turns wrist green, she'll throw it away, won't she?
Yeah. Well, it was just another thing, and then there's also some pins that I got her, but they're not really.
It's the thought that counts, dude.
These like little test tube, microscope, because she does sciencey stuff in uni.
Oh right, okay.
I'm going to the car to get some cat litter. That cat's shit again. I don't know how anyone can bear it.
You know he's recording.
Oh.
We're making a video.
Oh right. Can't you smell it?
Smell what?
Smell what?
Oh, God.
Go up there, dude. Put the light on. Okay, Benji has left the building, so to speak. Although we are on a boat, he's gone off to
see his girlfriend. He hasn't seen her in months.
She's come a long way.
And
She's at uni.
lovely.
She's at uni, and she's jumped on the bus, and she's coming to see him.
God's
anyway,
sake, don't give any details away.
Can't give any details away for security reasons because the trolls will take advantage of any little snippet that we give them. So we're not going to give them any more snippets. Anything they'll be getting from me, they won't like. Right.
I am really looking forward to the flapper party.
Oh, yes.
I'm really, really, really looking forward to it.
Has my smoking jacket arrived yet?
It should have done, but I mean, I was asleep this afternoon. I was so tired, so I'll go and check in the morning. And
I've got a pipe and I can be poking Fiona.
The photographs have been coming in slowly but surely. People are sending pictures of them in their flapper costumes or feather boa. You could wear a mask if you don't want anyone to know your identity.
Yes,
I'm not going to say the name or even username of any of the people, just to keep them safe.
No.
Because they will get
pictures
attacked.
Pictures up.
You
I
know,
mean, it's very unfortunate, isn't it, that there are depraved individuals
but they'll
out
know
there.
who they are. And also, one lady sent a picture of her grandmother's wedding.
Oh wow!
Genuine flappers, and it's tinted in colour, and that's going to be lovely. I just can't wait. I think it's going to be lots of fun. It's going to be quite a busy day because the people in the house leave the same day as the live.
So we've got a lot to do, really.
We timed that really badly, actually.
We've got to get down there and get the place straight.
Get the cat down
Hope
there.
they haven't trashed the place after 2 weeks.
I've got to set the robot up here, the camera, even though we are already on a live webcam and we've got all the security. I'm going to set the robot up, get the cat back to the house.
Well, I'm going to be spending a lot of time here because I've got things to do.
Get the firewood. We need to take...
Oh, shit. We need firewood.
We need to take the Mac because we'll presumably use that.
Yeah.
We need to take our costumes.
And dirty washing. Because
Oh,
I've got a big bag full of dirty washing now.
Well, I'll do that the next day because we've got brand new clean clothes with our costumes, haven't we?
Yes,
I'm
that's
hot
true.
now.
That's true. That's true.
And today I managed to... Did you film the bow that I did?
No, I haven't filmed
Oh,
that.
it's too dark now. I managed to do the very point of the bow, quite a considerable amount, and all around the edge, the overhang. And that's quite a tricky bit. So I'm pleased that I've cleaned the bow, cleared the bow, got the first lot on, and sealed those 3 windows, although the rain did destroy all my filler. But never mind, I can fix that up later. It's waterproof now. That's the main thing. So yeah, I've been looking forward to this party online for ages.
Yes, it should be fun.
Yeah.
Should be lots of fun, hopefully. Because they all spoke like this, didn't they, in the 1920s?
Well, on the radio they
the
did.
BBC is anything to go off.
I don't think they did in real life, because
No.
there was a song called Doing the Lambeth Walk. Hey!
The chirpy cockney. Chappy.
We used to have a lot of pearly kings and queens in Lewis on bonfire night.
What happened to them?
Oh, it just stopped.
They were just people who like to sew loads of buttons onto their clothes, weren't they?
Oh, they were wonderful costumes. Must have taken them all year. No, not just buttons, I mean, they'd do a pattern. You know, a really specific pattern.
Out of buttons. The long winter nights
with a
must have simply
tricorn,
flown by.
black tricorn, white feathers. That they change in Lewis, you know, you get a new generation that are into a new thing to dress up as. We had a lot of native Indian costumes. That all stopped. And a lot of those were people in blue and black and white.
Well, what did people do before television and radio? I mean, they must have had to talk to each other, mustn't they?
That's why
And
this
stare
is so
at the
marvellous.
fire, trying to keep warm, rocking, listening to the clock.
That's why lives are so marvellous, because you guys can all talk to each other, we can talk to you, we can talk to each other.
So I've got nothing to do, I'm bored. So it's alright for you, you've got the rocking chair.
Oh, it's getting so dark here now, so early. Isn't it?
Yeah. My granny hated the television. She'd get up and turn it off.
My family didn't
And she
like
said that
it.
killed the family. Killed the family. We all used to talk to each other before that thing came along.
But they wouldn't have done, they had the wireless. And they all had their favourite programmes they'd sit around. That's quite a nice idea, actually. I like listening to radio.
But you see, the only person who broadcast anything in those days was the BBC. So if you bought a radio, wireless as they called it, then you're going to listen to the BBC. And they played loads of boring music.
No, The Archers, I think it's still going now, is the longest running soap.
Is it?
Yeah, and
Oh,
I actually got into that one. So
Programmes that we can put on.
I was working for a fella as a chauffeur. Lee said soonest mended. Anyway, when he was off doing his thing, I'd listen to The Archers. And I quite got into it, actually. It's really cool. They should have a YouTube channel.
Is it still going?
I think so.
Well, surely everyone who was in the Archers must be dead by now, and it must be their grandchildren that are carrying it on.
Don't be so silly, Graham. Coronation Street.
Characters, I'm talking about the characters.
Characters come and go. Someone said Denise Walsh is going to be in Emmerdale.
Is she?
And I said, don't worry, Kim Tate will get her. She'll take her.
Kim Tate still in it?
I hope so. I haven't seen it in years. I love Kim Tate.
I met her in real life in Gibraltar.
Claire King.
Claire King, yeah, she had a leather jacket on and she looked just like her. But she was a lot nicer in real life.
Oh, I love Kim Tate. I love her. She's my hero.
Yeah.
She'll deal with Denise.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's about it. We'll wrap it up about there. Sorry to drone on and on, but we've had a lot of Benji today. Have you enjoyed seeing Benj? I don't know how long he's going to stay with us, but hopefully he'll come to the flapper party. He hasn't got a costume.
He won't care.
He won't care.
No, you'll never get him to cooperate on
He'll
something
be
like
on
that.
his phone. or he'll be with his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, he'll probably be with his girlfriend. His girlfriend might dress up, but I don't know if
his girlfriend's really nice. I don't think you've met his new girlfriend.
Don't know that she wants to be on YouTube. Her mother subscribes apparently and watches with subtitles, and I went, oh my god, no, on my channel. I went, no, because they're like really posh family. And Ben went, don't worry, she thinks it's hilarious. It's her secret guilty pleasure apparently, listening to me going off my head about various
stuff.
I think she's living vicariously through me. I haven't met her yet.
No, well, we haven't got that far with the relationship, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Now.
You're going to wear your fancy top when you meet her?
Oh, what, my fiberglass top?
Yeah. With all the...
No. I don't suppose so.
I don't suppose so.
So I bet she'll watch the live, probably.
Oh, she might. Yeah. Have we still got that surprise planned, or is that fallen through now?
What surprise?
You said that we might have a surprise on the flapper party.
Oh no,
we had a surprise planned. I'm not sure it's going to work out, but we'll find out if it does.
What makes you think it wouldn't work out?
Well, I can't give anything away.
Oh, you'll have to tell me off camera. Something's happened, doesn't it?
I'll tell you off camera.
Something's happened while I've been asleep.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
It just might not arrive in time. Hopefully it will.
Okay.
Good night, and may your God go with you.